Hello, hey, give me a thumbs up if you, somebody give me something in the chat if you can hear me. Volume, thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, I see a fist. That means you can hear me. Yo, welcome to halftime. First off, let me start by saying prayers up to Cam Scatterbo. Like, never want to see stuff like that happen. Such a passionate football player. I have no doubt that he's going to attack his rehab with the same ferocity that he attacks the football field. He's going to be back and better than ever. Remember, we saw Saquon Barkley dislocate his ankle, right? And he was able to come back and be ready to go. So, like, we know that whatever it is, it's not going to be a forever. Let's hope that it's like a dislocation. Let's hope that it's not like a broken leg. But if it is a broken leg, let's hope that it's a clean break. If it's a broken ankle, let's hope it's a clean break, because we want to see Cam Scatterbo back out on the field as soon as possible. This first half, and first I want to start here because JT Savoy reached out to me on X, and he had a question, and I thought it was a good question, and I wanted to get to it. He said, "Hey, Coach, happy Sunday. If you're on at halftime today, maybe on your next pod, would you give your thoughts on this question I have with Dart seemingly being the guy? Should the defense continue to flounder and the offense continue to look solid? Would you rather see Dable and Joe renewed, with the only major shakeup being the firing of the DC? Or should the G-men bring in a new staff and run the risk of crippling Dart's career like Jones? Enjoy the game." And shout out to JT for that question. I'm going to say this. If you followed me, you knew that after last season, I thought that the entire regime should be let go, right? You know that I believe that it was time for something new. They did not do that. And in not doing that, to me, it signals you have to give them more time. Because if you allow them to to waste, not even waste, that's the wrong word. If you're going to allow them to utilize draft capital to trade back into the first round to get a quarterback that they believe in, that maybe a lot of other teams didn't believe in, right? Then you have to give them the opportunity to then develop that talent. I think a lot of the stuff that happened this year has been haphazard as far as the free agency and bringing in all the quarterbacks only to then, after a couple games, say screw it and put the rookie out there. Like, I think that that's a mismanagement of money. It's a mismanagement of time. It's a mismanagement of resources. But if the end result is we found our starting quarterback, then who cares? Whatever you gotta do, and however you've got to do it in order to get to the point where you found your starting quarterback, nothing else matters, my friends. Nothing at all. And so that's something to be encouraged about. I think that means that you have to bring back the offensive brain trust, the head coach, and the GM. I do, however, still do not believe that this defense is playing to the level that it could be playing at if the pieces were being utilized the way they should be utilized. I'm not saying the defense is playing bad. I'm not saying they're playing awful. I just think that they could be better. That's it. I think they could be better. This first half, to me, is an indictment on not re-signing your safeties, right? Love and McKinney. Because I watched Tyler Nubin on a run play with Saquon Barkley Saquon Barkley cut back. Tyler Nubin's the only guy there. He's not running downhill to Phil. He's patting his feet. He's waiting. This is the stuff that I tell to my high school football players. I should not have to tell an NFL football player that when you know it's run, you attack downhill, you attack the outside shoulder to funnel everything back inside as a safety. I should not have to tell you that as a safety. That was the first Tyler Nubin screw up that led to the Saquon Barkley touchdown. The second Tyler Nubin screw up was right at the end of the half, where he allowed the tight end, Dallas Goedert, to cut across his face on the quick slant for the touchdown. See, the defensive line has been doing a great job of getting immediate pressure because the Eagles' offensive line is not playing healthy. They're not playing with a full deck, right? And this defensive line is taking full advantage of that. They're making it hard on Jalen Hurts in there. But that comes with understanding that my back end is going to do the things necessary to allow us to put pressure. And Tyler Nubin didn't do that. Tyler Nubin allowed the slant to happen in front of him. Jalen Hurts, who so many people like to claim can't throw, throws an absolute bullet, right? Absolute bullet inside on a slant for the touchdown. Like, to me, these things can't be, like, they can't be let go easily. Tyler Nubin has to be better, and the only people I can blame for Tyler Nubin not being better or not being a fit is the GM, because he drafted him, and the defensive coordinator, because he's the one putting them in these positions. That's it. I think that what we're looking at is an offense that is finding ways to move the ball. They're finding ways to, like, get people in a position to be successful. And a defense that's holding steady, but just not making that one little play that takes them from being okay to, like, out of here, right? That's the difference. And shout out to Kenneth Perkins. Thank you for joining me. Like we are missing that one little. We're going to talk about it this week because I'm going to give you a couple pods this week. We're going to talk about this week and some of the thoughts that I have on the pass rushing and these rookies and stuff as we start to get more into the season. Welcome back to Darius Slayton, who is back. Had a nice catch early in the game, right? But you got to keep touchdowns off the board. It's an absolute must. You got to keep touchdowns off the board. I thought Kayvon Thibodeau shook the ball out of play. What do you think? Is the Philly offense getting too much leeway on those plays? I can't try to act as if Philadelphia is getting something that other people would not get. I think if any coaching staff or if any officiating staff called it the way that they called it, they would have ruled and said that they blew it dead and you're not going to be able to change it. It's unfortunate because it's the wrong play, because Kayvon Thibodeau 1,000% caught Jalen Hurts slipping as he stuck the ball out, realized it was a live ball, and snatched it out. Like, to me, you gotta give credit for the veteran savvy. But this is, again, another reason why I tell you guys, Kayvon Thibodeau is not to be touched. You gotta have this young man in the fold for years to come, because he does make heady plays like that. He is smart, right? He's athletic. He's stronger at the point of attack than he's ever been. You can see it against the run, but he's smart. And he was able to make that play happen. And you should really feel confident about that being a thing going forward. Daniel Bellinger continuing to just be as sure-handed as he can be. 1 reception on 1 target. Not a lot of throwing, but as we get to the second half, I want to see how they're going to do with no Scatterbo. Do we get them to tee up Tyrone Tracy Jr. like they've teed up everyone else? Thank you again for coming in. The third quarter is starting. We got the ball. New York's got the ball already. It's already 3rd and 10. Go out, enjoy. We will talk this week. Go Giants. Until next time, I'm Coach Gene Clemons, and I've got a giant issue.